tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
How I'll never change,
My rap makes sense, I
never
paid for mine.
change. Where you getting this money?
Yeah.
Life is just not the same.
What I really am trying to do with this story is get people to do what police claim to do all day. Police claim to look at the story, look at relative information in the story, look at prior bad actors in the story, people associated with people, right? So if we do this, right, if we do what they claim to do, I guarantee you, man, y'all gonna see that something is wrong with this story, right? So pay close attention, you know what I mean, to the original commentators' side of everything, how he put everything together. And I want you really to analyze it. And you tell me, what do you think really happened? Did this woman just simply commit suicide? Because I've looked at it from multiple ways already, right? So I looked at it as an honor killing, all right? Everybody believes Asians do shit like that, you know what I mean? Because of movies and because of history, it actually used to happen. You know what I mean? We know Korean soldiers, you know what I mean? We know Japanese soldiers, you know, with the kamikaze, willing to die for their emperor that they believed was God. You know what I mean? So we already know certain things are baked in the cake, you know, traditionally, culturally, that formulate our opinions. But I want y'all really, really, like, be the police in this one. And you tell me what the fuck happened. You tell me, did this woman really just commit suicide? Or was this woman murdered by the police? And was it a cover-up? All right, there's enough relative information, I believe, in this story for you to come to a conclusion. And I'm going to butt in here and there, you know what I mean? Give my ones and twos and do what I do. You know what I mean? This is the street corner historian. If you don't know me, get used to knowing me. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the people on the internet that's been doing stuff like this already. You know what I mean? Much love to the other females, you know what I'm saying, out there that have been fighting, you know, this fight for a while, trying to bring awareness to the actions of police and how law enforcement is definitely, you know, doing the wrong thing. How they're abusing their power and we're letting it happen because we're like, oh, these people are doing crimes already. You know what I mean? So we're accepting what I feel is summary judgments, all right? Summary judgments, where an officer is given the right to choose between life or death. You know what I mean? And in some cases, these officers are committing heinous criminal actions, and then they cover it up and they use law enforcement. I'm not saying every cop really is a bad cop, but when you show me a good cop is when you show me a cop that flips on his partner, that flips on other cops and says, nah, this is wrong. Nah, what you're doing is wrong. You beating this dude, stop that mess. I guarantee you it happens next to not often at all, man, like zero. The percent is probably 0.1% when it comes to police actually policing themselves. You know, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. That's why there's an IEB. Or IAB, whatever, internal affairs, or whatever the fuck they call them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But at the same time, let's think about it. I want you and I to really think about it, right? How serious do you think they're taking this? It's baked in the cake that these men, which is true, they're risking their lives out there. But at the same time, we all know, man, that power corrupts everybody. I don't give a fuck. And that was first said about the fucking Vatican, man. You know what I'm saying? The absolute power corrupts absolutely. And we can see it in this instant. All right? Pay close attention, yo. This female made claims and allegations against the officers within the Vice Squad. She said she had been raped at gunpoint, forcibly raped, more than once. Okay? We already know that within this story, in the 109 precinct, 109 precinct, which is the precinct that governs that area, all right, and patrol, it is one of the most corrupt precincts in New York. I know this for a fact, okay? When I got locked up almost 20 years ago I did a Fed bid, but my case wasn't in New York. They had to extradite me. One of the last things they wanted to do was try to close out any case in New York involving me, because they was like, yo, if we gonna give the feds the alley-oop, the feds gonna knock this motherfucking dick in the dirt. He ain't never fucking coming home, so we ain't gotta worry about him. So like they brought me major crimes. They brought me to internal affairs, wanted to talk to the kid. You know what I mean? So, and I ain't gonna go into all of that, but just understand, internal affairs wanted to talk to me because of my relationships with inside precincts. You know what I'm saying? And who I was in association with my ability to garnish favors in the 109 precinct. So we not gonna play games. You know what I mean? It's all out there. It's obvious. You see, the man reports on the fact that it was an officer involved in the Vice Squad that was part of this multi-unit investigation that ended up with some officers getting locked up. But my thing is this: do you think they got them all?